Welcome to Oilers Nation Everyday with your hosts, Tyler and Liam.
I wonder if Gavin McKenna is going to come to my hole-in-one challenge. Let's get into it with the lead. For those of you who are not chronically online, Liam, Gavin McKenna was at the Nelk Boys hole-in-one challenge.
Where are they playing?
Calgary.
Do you know who else was in Calgary?
Lots of people. Stampede.
Our buddy Bryson DeChambeau.
Oh, yeah. He was at the
Silver Creek.
Silvertip.
That's our friend.
We did meet him in Dallas once.
Yeah. Who took that picture? Do you remember? Was it his girlfriend?
It was a selfie. Or wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't a selfie.
Could you grab it, Aaron?
Might have been a standard one.
It's on my Instagram.
It's so far down. That was 2 years ago.
I think it might be a top 5 last post on my personal Instagram.
Personal, not Liam.pods? Like
probably not Liam.pods.
Okay.
I would assume.
Okay. All right. Welcome into the show today, everybody. Would I want Gavin McKenna at my hole-in-one challenge?
Yes.
No.
Why not? Why would you not want Gavin McKenna there?
Max Jones would be my preference.
Yeah, that's...
If you gave me a choice,
both first-round picks?
Gavin McKenna or Max Jones, who do you want at your ace race? Max Jones.
Wow. Max Jones, how many games has he played in the NHL?
Lots.
How many has Gavin McKenna played?
Zip.
Case closed.
Makes you think.
Max Jones makes more money.
No.
Isn't he $1 million? Oh, no, he just got a new contract.
Yeah, no.
More career earnings.
More career. NIL? Maybe not.
Did Max Jones ever get like a $3 million deal?
No.
He never did? Because he was a first-round pick.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. Let's our luck.
C. Boyer commented Sidney Sweeney.
You're hole-in-one?
Yeah. Who would you like to see at the ace race? Let me know. Welcome into the show today, everybody. We're live from the Sports Closet studio. Check them out online at sportscloset.ca. The show, as always, is a presentation of Bet365. Download the app today. Must be 19 plus. Please play responsibly. They are the presenting sponsor of the Ace Race as well, which is coming up 5 days from now.
$7.68 million
in career earnings
for Max Jones.
That's probably pretty close.
So he got his rookie deal. Then he was paid $1.3 million for 3 years, and then he was paid $1 million.
Okay.
So there you go. Not bad.
Yeah, I mean that'll get you oil to the max merch. He made a post saying that he's back. Max Jones, that is. And I was really tempted to start commenting oil to the max. And I thought, like, if we all did it, there'd be enough movement where he's like, wow, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then we could get him on the show one day.
Yes. I would love to have oil. I would have so many questions.
Maybe Tom Gazzola can help us with that.
To get oil to the maximum?
He might be able to. He's around. He knows people.
A few more strings pulled. It'd be nice if he signed somewhere else, and we could definitely have him on.
Well, yeah, the Oilers would. Like, the key is to, like, do it in a way where, like, we ask him on Thursday to come on a Friday show.
No one finds out until
and then the Oilers don't find out till it's too late.
Yeah.
That would probably be the only way to do it. Anywho, Tom Gazzola is going to be on the show. And not just on the show, he's going to be in studio today, which is very, very exciting. So Tom will be by. We got a first
Liam,
question.
I can't find this photo. Where is this?
I'll find it.
What if you Google Tyler Yaremchuk, Bryson DeChambeau?
I just went through every Instagram photo you have.
Yeah.
It's a great life.
This might be tough to find.
Beautiful fiance.
Picture of me with
No
Frank
Bryson.
Picture of me with my wife. Picture of me with Reese. Not finding anything with Bryson DeChambeau.
Well, maybe I did post it on Liam Pods.
So then it's too far away.
Shit.
Someone asked what time is the ace race starting. We are aiming for, and again, these things are often weather dependent, but we are aiming for a 6:30 a.m. first tee shot next Monday for the ace race. So you can go right now to our YouTube, and the event is up and ready to go. You can turn on the event notifications. Again, weather dependent, but the early forecast right now, 10% chance of precipitation. So basically means there shouldn't be any rain.
Yeah.
It also helps that the next day doesn't look like there's any rain, and the day before, very little chance of rain in the morning. So the chances of something kind of moving into that day seem pretty low. We're looking at highs of 22 in the afternoon and highs of 14 in the morning, which is when we'll be setting up because we got to get to the course at like 4:30 that morning.
How are we going to deal with mosquitoes?
I will bring lots of bug spray.
Okay.
Does that actually? That's a good thing to throw out to the chat. If I'm trying to keep mosquitoes away from where I'm teeing off, what are sort of the best things? Because there's all those little contraptions and candles and whatever, but what are like truly the best ways to do that? Would love to know.
Honey. I heard rubbing yourself with honey.
Nope.
That's good. Essential oils. You get a candle by the tee box. That would actually work. You could have a small fire. They keep away from smoke.
I could just be smoking.
Maybe.
Keep my dad nearby.
I was gonna say maybe Dad can go.
Yeah. Well, my dad will probably be there.
Yeah.
My wife took the day off work.
That's nice.
Yeah, so she's going to be around. Lance texted me yesterday.
He texted you.
Well, messaged me,
Okay.
And he was like, "Can I come to the course? Is that allowed?"
Yeah.
And I said,
yeah.
"Lance, it's actually encouraged. You're encouraged to come by my ace race next Monday." And then he asked if he had to wear a collared shirt. I said, "Nope, it's not that kind of golf course. Like, it's fine. You can come as you are." And then he said, "Perfect, I'll be there at 6 a.m."
No,
and
you
I had to
don't have to
say,
do that.
I said, "Lance, you got it," because like I don't think the course opens to the public till 7.
Yeah, come
I was
at
like, "Lance,
7.
you at least got to wait until the course is open to the public."
You
But
can
there-
stand at the gate.
I know, but then I was like, "There's a part of me like Lance might be standing. If Lance is standing at the gate, we probably have to let him in."
I haven't seen Lance in the chat much recently, actually.
Do not eat bananas. Mosquitoes love bananas. Daryl said, "Banana peels, rub your arms." Westside Shane, you cannot stop these skeeters.
Yeah,
Garlic. Eat garlic. I actually do eat a lot of garlic in my day-to-day. Someone said cigarette. Get one of those thermocells.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Someone said buy dope. Oh, no. Bug dope.
Bug spray is typically a good thing, too.
Just bug spray with DEET. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll pick up a pack of smokes.
we'll
Everyone's
have
got
a
to play their
cigarette or two.
part.
No problem.
Also, there it is.
There you go. Bryson DeChambeau.
Hey, there's us with Bryson DeChambeau. Yeah, it was a selfie.
I wasn't sure. Damn, I can't believe Jay got to stand next to him.
Theo Peckham in the chat said, "I'm going to bring you a keg of beer." When we were doing the free agency show, Theo Peckham was watching. And
Okay.
so we throw to the other panel, and Hutz goes and does like that the hockey player?
No.
And I was like, "Oh no, Hutz, there's a group of people who pretend to be Oilers in our YouTube chat."
Also, too, I mean, Theo Peckham was a perfectly fine Oiler.
Yep.
If he watched this show, I don't know how excited I would be.
Yeah, I don't know how excited I'd be either.
I mean, if you want to come on, Theo, Tyler has his ace race, maybe you can come. But someone actually did see him outside of Maple Leafs. It's not called Maple Leafs Garden anymore, is it? What's it called? Scotiabank Center?
The Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah, he was there. Someone took a picture with him.
Cool.
Isn't he a fireman now?
I mean, hockey players like that usually
look
have a
that up,
pretty
Aaron?
limited career choice.
I know Mark Fistrick is. I see him. I've heard about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he is. I think Steve McIntyre might be.
Yes.
Eric Greiber lives on a farm.
Youth hockey, coaching, and
I
firefighting.
knew it.
There we go.
Dialed in.
Rusty
That's why I
said-
don't watch the NHL. How would I have time to know what Theo Peckham was doing?
Ace race guest Tom Brady. Don't think we'll get him. Any other ideas? They're welcome though. They're welcome. Someone said, "Where's
You got
the
any local? I'll text Chuba. Let's get Chuba to come
Chuba
by.
Hubbard could come.
Yeah, oh yeah. If he's in town, tell him to swing by.
Hey.
There's a golf influencer who we invited.
We did?
Well, we know we have a connection to him. He's from Edmonton, apparently. So, someone
Brad
said
Dahlke?
no. Someone said, "Where was the lead?" We did the lead.
did
the
the
Gavin
lead.
McKenna
Gavin
bit.
McKenna.
We've actually kind of extended it 10
Yeah,
minutes,
10
just talking
minutes.
about who could come to the ace race.
Yeah, I want to know who was the influencer. Do you know him?
No, I'd never heard of him, but he has like 60,000 followers.
Nathan Fillion in town?
Wow, that would be special.
Louis. Oh, do you think Louis? I don't know if he would. It's out of season, so I'm like,
He's probably not under contract currently.
that's what I mean. Like, it's out of season, so he can maybe do it. Shoddy Mills will not be appearing at the ace race.
Yeah, not
I can
because he's
absolutely. Where's the camera? I can absolutely fucking promise you that.
not because he's busy.
No, yeah. Well, he is busy. He's making beats or something.
I was going to
but-
say he's making new beats.
Yanmark in town, I legitimately, like, I think there are some Oilers who would, like, see if we were doing something and, like, hey, maybe they could be convinced to, like, stop by and do a public appearance. I do not know if there is enough money in our company's budget. Like, I don't know what Yanmark would ask for. It would be way too much.
Well, clearly by his contract, it would be too much. No show yesterday. We are just doing shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but not this Friday.
This Friday, our company was given, it's our day in lieu for not having a
Because we worked on Canada
worked
Day.
on Canada Day. Yeah.
Next year, that's going to be nice, though. Because Canada Day will be on a Thursday. So that logic would dictate, like, hey, Day in lieu is actually a Friday, and then maybe we can just keep going.
California Oilers fan keeps commenting, "God damn it, why is Owen blacklisted, buddy? We don't have enough time." Backyard Burgers said, "Get maybe Dubnyk." Yeah, we could probably call Dubnyk. That'll be one of those guys that I might just like text day of and be like, "Hey, you want to pop on really quick?" Like Hutz will probably pop on at some point and like say what's up to me. So we do have the ability to do that stuff, which is fun. Okay. Let's get into the usual operation of things because Tom Gazzola texted me and said he's on his way.
Damn.
So we will kick things off as we do with the news of the day. And it's brought to you by our friends at GMC. In sports, the right edge can take you further. With GMC's employee pricing for you event, you can get that same advantage on your next vehicle with a great offer designed for everyone. Right now, you can get up to $16,240 of cash purchase credit on the 2026 Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. It's an exceptional truck featuring available Super Cruise hands-free driver assistance capability, and 16-way power heated and ventilated front seats with massage feature.
While you driving?
Yeah, buddy.
Talk about
I drove one of those the other day with the massager in there. It is crazy. Plus, it has over 40 inches of available combined driver-focused digital displays, along with a premium 12-speaker Bose sound system, Centerpoint surround sound. That sounds good. Get it? So whether you're heading to the rink, to the lake, or to the job site, do it in a truck that's playing in a league of its own. Take advantage of employee pricing for you right now at your local GMC dealer. Before it ends, offer sheet news. Barrett Hayton is staying with the Utah Mammoth. The Mammoth have chosen to match New Jersey's one-year $4.85 million offer sheet. I kind of guessed on those numbers.
It's on the screen.
4.775. There we go. $4.77 million offer sheet. It's been matched. Here is obviously the catch for the Utah Mammoth. Barrett Hayton is an unrestricted free agent next summer.
Yes.
He cannot be traded for a calendar year, which means Utah has two options. They can extend him or they can let him walk for nothing next July. They can't trade his rights ahead of July 1st. They can't trade him at the trade deadline. They can't do anything like that. He has to stay for a calendar year. So that's kind of the bind they were in. The backstory of this offer sheet is that apparently New Jersey and Utah had a trade that one side thought was worked out at the draft. Utah backs out. So New Jersey, to get back at them, tried to offer sheet the player. And that is how we ended up where we're at right now. So Utah, though, did decide to match. And they have a pretty I shouldn't even say sneaky. They have a really damn good forward group, Liam.
Well, they were the playoff team last season.
Yeah, and they added Anders Lee. They added Vincent Trocheck. They're going to keep guys like Hayton around. You have the Gunthers and the Logan Coolies of that lineup who presumably can only get better. I mean, Dylan Gunther was a 40-goal guy last season.
Yeah, he sure was, and I bet on that.
Yeah.
I think the interesting layer of this Hayden thing...
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Keep going.
No, what happened?
Someone said something, but I have no way of confirming it yet.
So. The interesting layer with the Hayden news, and you mentioned it, and I understand why you did. It's part of it because he's out there, but like the idea of like they're not good, they're unable to trade him. So, but yeah, why would they want to trade Barrett Hayden? I think that's the one part of it. Is like, yeah,
he's a good player.
Yeah, they want to keep him. Like this Utah team, it's not like it was Chicago, for example, who matched the offer sheet.
Yeah.
It was a team who is ambitious and probably wants to compete with those top three teams in the Central Division. And I think if things go their way, they probably can, to be honest, with the lineup they have. They also have that defenseman. They have a couple of Russian defensemen. Daniil Butt, I think, is one. And it's like Simchuk or something like that.
Simashev.
He's the better of the two, I believe. So I think they've got a lot of good players. And I think, honestly... a lot of the hype last season was around the Anaheim Ducks, obviously, because they beat the Edmonton Oilers in the playoffs. But if there's a team the neutral should be excited about in the West, it should be the Utah Mammoth. They've got a legit lineup. That, honestly, like, if next season, let's go walk down a hypothetical here. Utah finishes a top three team in the Central. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how surprised would you be? Considering, obviously, like, it's clearly the best division. Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota dominating it.
So who do you think takes a step back out of that group?
I wonder if Dallas would. And I know they haven't really shaken up their roster too much, but like I don't know. I just feel so underwhelmed by them going into every season. That I just wonder if, like, eventually it's going to catch up to them. And also, too, maybe this is just me. I'm also a little underwhelmed by Minnesota. Like, I typically am. Like, I know they have Quinn Hughes, but, like, Boldy's great. Kaprizov's great, obviously. The goaltending are both good. I think they have really good players, but, like, Matt Zuccarello was a big player for them.
Point per game?
I use a top 6 guy, at least, whatever he was. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not overly confident that the Central is going to stay the way it is because of those two teams, and I think Utah can be just, like, that good.
I think so here's where, like, Minnesota, I think it's easy to overlook them because you look at their center depth and you go Yurov, Eriksson Ek, Hartman, and it's like, ooh, that's a top 9 that leaves you wanting way more from, like, a premier team.
Good, like, defensive, like, good two-way forwards.
Yeah, but then you go and you have a superstar in Boldy and a superstar in Kaprizov, and their blue line's got a couple of studs on it, and they should have 2 really good goalies between the pipes next season. And they signed Calvin Pickard.
It's true. Should we do a guy off?
Okay, let's do a guy off.
Okay, let's get Dallas first. We got Minnesota. That's fine.
Kaprizov?
Guy.
Absolutely. The other two?
I don't know anything about the right winger.
Yeah,
he must be a rookie?
You would know about him if he was a guy.
Yeah, that's true. If he was a guy, I would know.
Coleman? No. Guy, 20 goals. I think
is
for the context...
Yurov a guy?
Is Danila Yurov a guy?
No. Can you make a poll, Aaron? We'll come back to Yurov.
I can. I'm sharing my screen.
I mean, he scored 12 goals last year.
Not a guy.
He's young, and he has upside, but I'm not going to call him a guy.
Okay, let's not call him a guy then.
Kaprizov, Coleman, Ek, Boldy, 4 guys in the top 6.
Sure. I like Coleman.
Yep.
Besides when he kicks the puck.
Yeah. Third line?
Hartman's a guy.
Okay.
He scored 30 goals once, right?
Once?
Isn't he like a pretty consistent, like 40, 50 point guy?
That's a half guy to me.
Okay.
He only had 43 points last year, 23 goals. Year before that, he only had 26 points. Year before that, 45 points.
Did he have a big goal season, or am I thinking
of 2021-22?
Wow.
It's 4 years removed from it.
But how many goals was it?
34.
I knew it.
His shooting percentage.
That's when I was big into the NHL.
We can go 4.5.
So we got 4. Well, no, we're doing full guys.
Okay,
I'm not getting a guy off half.
Okay.
I'm full off guy. So we got 4 guys. Bobby Brink. Not a guy.
No, not a guy.
And like, just because they're not a guy doesn't mean they're not good. They're just not guys.
Back end, Quinn Hughes is a guy. Faber's a guy.
But Brodeen's a big guy.
A guy. And I think that's kind of it. Spurgeon was a guy. I don't know if he's a guy anymore.
So how many guys is that?
7.
7 guys.
And then their goalies are both guys.
What, Aaron? 7. Yeah, 7. We need Dallas.
We're not counting goalies?
We don't do goalies because I would say all 3 of those. I think the goalies, if we have to do a guy off, Minnesota has 2, Dallas has 1, and Utah has 1.
Yeah.
So Minnesota takes the lead.
Okay, 7.
Dallas.
Justin Herkovian?
Not a guy. Pain in the ass, though. Good play. Respect it.
Yeah.
2 guys there.
Johnston, Rantanen, Robertson, Hintz are guys.
Sagan's a guy when he plays.
But he's hurt all
Okay,
the time.
so no, not a guy.
Sam Steele's not a guy.
Duchesne's a guy.
Shane's a guy. Ben's not a guy anymore. No one else there are guys for me.
Okay, so how many is that?
5.
5 guys. Blue line.
Lindell's a guy.
We got 3 guys.
Haskin.
I also like Liam Bichelle, but I won't call him not a guy. Okay.
No. So 8. They have 1 more guy.
1 more guy. So Dallas is better than Minnesota.
Now do we want to do Utah?
Let's do Utah. Let's see how many guys we can
three-way
get off on Utah. Lawson Krause is a guy. Schmaltz is a guy. Everyone in the top 6 is a guy.
Yeah, everyone in the top 6 is a guy.
Trocheck's an Olympic gold medalist.
And Hayton's a guy.
Okay, so they got 8 guys. Okay, I'm good with that. I like Kevin's.
That's 8 guys.
I will say, I really like Jack McBain and Kevin Stenlund.
Me too.
I think
but
those
we
are
weren't given.
They're good guys, but not
counting,
guys.
If we're counting them, then you have to go back and like count Marcus Foligno.
Yeah.
You probably have to count Jamie Benn. So like, for the sake of this,
Not
like guys
guys.
are difference makers.
Yes.
Like on any given night, they can be the guy.
Oh, maybe only 2 guys on the blue line though. Top pairing.
Marino's close, but he's not a guy.
But he's not a guy.
Even if we're mean and only count 2, they got 10 guys.
That's good. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, whilst we're doing the exercise, pull up Colorado. Let's see. I think they should have the most guys by my calculations of guys. Everyone in the top 6 is a guy. Jaden
Yeah.
Schwartz still a guy?
He's still in guy territory for me, but I don't
Parker
know.
Kelly had 20 goals last season.
Mm-hmm.
He's a guy right now. Next season, if we do this time next season, he might not be a guy, but currently a guy.
So there's 8 guys there. Generous on Schwartz, I think, but he did lead. I'm pretty sure he was like second on Seattle in scoring. So like
Yeah,
shit.
good guy.
Okay, we can call it 8.
3 at least.
Are we calling? Is Kulak a guy? The other 3 in the top 4
No,
are.
I
like
love
not a
Brett
guy.
Kulak. He's not a guy.
not
a
a
guy.
guy.
11
Malinsky's
guys.
a guy.
Yep. So they have 11 guys. So based on this is definitely how we're doing our standings predictions next year.
Okay.
So the ONE projected standings are Colorado, Utah, Dallas,
Minnesota. Because Nashville, and I'm not doing Nashville. Someone said, did I miss the Blues guys? We don't need to do Blues. They don't have enough.
No, we're not doing a
No,
full
we don't-
Central preview.
We don't need to do
This
the
is
Blues.
great. This is great August and September content.
But like, the Blues probably have, they have guys, but they don't have enough guys. Like they probably don't have 8 guys.
yeah.
The Blues, I would assume.
All right, I think we're getting a little caught up on this. The other thing that was in the news is Craig Berube was on Leafs Morning Take with Nick Alberga. Do we have the clip, Aaron?
He didn't send it to me yet, but let me get on it.
Didn't Bagnook send it to us? BM sent it to us. If you go into your emails, BM sent it to you. We'll get it. Basically, Craig Berube was on Leafs Morning Take, and he was asked about his interview process with the Edmonton Oilers and all of that. There was a time where you and I were adamantly against hiring Craig Berube, I think.
I think,
And then things unfolded the way they did, and we were like,
I think initially the name Craig Berube can be quite like, oh, that seems like a step backward. But when you look into the tenure of Craig Berube in Toronto, I don't think it was as bad as it came across. I think the GM did more damage there than Craig Berube did. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, I also think Craig Berube had some dated tactics
Sure.
and was trying to, square peg round hole what that Leafs team should be. But here's Berube talking to Nick Alberga about interviewing for the Oilers job.
What was that experience like interviewing with the Oilers?
It was good. I mean, I had a great conversation with Stan Bowman and Jeff Jackson for quite some time and went through the process. And it just got dragged out too long, so I just took myself out of it, and they got decisions to make and they're going to, do what they do. And but it was really good. A good experience for me and it's, I never met those guys before. So you get to meet new people and, we'll see down the road if something works out. You never know when you run into people again, or they're managing the same team or a different team. So it's always good to meet people and they get to know you and know what you're like and, what your process is and your identity and how you want your team to play.
He seems like a great guy. Callahoo's finest.
I disagree. Stan, Tanev and Carrick.
Dylan Cardinal.
Craig Berube.
That's the big 3. When you hear Callahoo,
That's what you
Reese
think
Revel.
of.
Reese, are you technically from Callahoo?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, that is your Mount Rushmore
Mount
of people from
Rushmore.
Callahoo.
What can you do?
Again, all the respect in the world to Craig Berube.
I don't believe you took yourself out.
I don't believe you. I think you maybe heard the Mike Babcock news when I'm going to wait and see on this. And then when it became clear they were hiring Mike Babcock, maybe then you called Stan Bowman. I'm not fired. I'm not breaking. You're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you.
Maybe this is me being a bit naive, but why would you take your name out of a job interview? And especially in the NHL draft, the NHL. Mm-hmm. Craig Berube, it's not like he got another job.
No.
So I'm curious about that.
Yeah. But anyways, that's kind of all that's in the news right now. You go to Daily Faceoff, you read the headlines. People in our chat were like, the Ducks matched on Leo Carlsson. That's a fake tweet. It is not a real report.
Get punked.
Yeah. So, no.
That we're on.
They probably are going to match it. If I wanted to pretend to be an insider, I have a pretty good chance of being right if I tweet out the Ducks are matching on Leo Carlsson, but still.
I think they should, too. Did you see that Jay Fresh put out a tweet? I think it was Jay Fresh. Of everyone, I'm sure it was non-lottery picks, so 20 onwards of the last 10 years. And he just listed every single player. It's any of these players are not worth Leo Carlsson. You know, with the picks.
Like,
Like, you're not going to find him again. Like, if you are, like, and I believe Philly does have, like, some pretty decent scouts. Like, I think the way you look at their team, they found some good gems. But, like, to find, you're not finding Leo Carlsson.
And, like, oh, but you would have $18 million in cap space.
Sorry, the Ducks.
To do what with? What would you go try find another Leo Carlsson? People are like, you can go get Dylan Larkin.
Great. He's not Leo Carlsson.
Leo Carlsson has the potential to be better than Dylan Larkin.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I shouldn't say...
And there's a floor there that Carlsson has established.
I don't think Larkin's a bad player, obviously.
No, he's a great player.
He's a really good player. But isn't Detroit... The examples led in Detroit show me that he cannot lead a franchise.
Yeah.
He's a great secondary option.
He's an elite 1B and an average 1. Does that make sense? Like that, and that's not discrediting him either. Like, if he was on Minnesota, he'd be a 1, and I'd be like, damn, they're good enough to win a playoff round. If he was on Detroit, I'm sitting there going, they don't have enough horsepower around him for him to be the guy.
Yeah, he's a good second-line center.
And he's still a guy.
I'm trying to think of, like, who's a player recently, and the one that keeps popping up in my head is Matthew Tkachuk, but I feel like there's more to it than that. Who's, like, been the number 1 guy, but then just left to go to a team, and then he's the secondary option. Like, is it Tkachuk?
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like when he was in Calgary, he was. It was him and Gaudreau.
Yeah, it was Johnny Hockey.
100-point guy, though. But he's still relied upon heavily in Florida.
Let's get into some Oilers talk then. I mean, we really haven't done anything too nerdy yet today, but let's go to our first question of the show, which is brought to you by Capital GMC Buick Edmonton. From sales to service, Capital GMC Buick is a full-service dealership with certified technicians dedicated to keeping your vehicle performing at its best. If you want to find out more, visit them online, capitalgmcbuick.ca. Look at those Denalis. That's the reason they call it Denaliville. Here's your question. You actually came up with this one today.
I did. Do you want me to read it to you?
I do. Serenade me.
Will Josh Szymanski and or Isaac Howard start the season in the NHL?
So my options are 1, both, or neither.
Yes, sure.
So I will start by saying this. I don't think either one of them are locks either way.
I think one of them is currently a lock, but go ahead.
So neither of them are locks either way because, one, they can both go down without waivers.
Yeah,
I think
I see what you mean.
there is a world where they bring in a PTO center who could steal minutes from Josh Szymanski, and there's a world where they bring in a top 6 winger who takes minutes away from Mike Howard. They're not locks either way. Who is more likely to hold on to their job? I will go ahead and say I think it might be more likely that Josh Szymanski holds his job over Ike Howard.
Yeah.
Just because he kills penalties, and this coaching staff has been seemingly pretty adamant on guys that play roles. And I just look at Szymanski and think they might identify him as a very good 4C who's going to kill penalties, and you know they'll find a way to feed him enough minutes to like make it worthwhile. Where with Ike Howard, there's a lot of competition on the wings in Edmonton. There's not as much competition, and this was going to be kind of your point. There's not as much competition down the middle. So I'll go ahead and say Szymanski starts, and I'll go ahead and say Ike Howard does not start the season with the Oilers.
I think one thing the Oilers need to do is find more competition for Josh Szymanski right now.
Totally. I mean, we did this with Liam's board the other day in the PTO candidates.
Yeah, that's true. We did do that. Mm-hmm. I just think that having a rookie player, and that's why if the game is starting tomorrow, I would think that Szymanski is the lock out of the two. Aaron, could you maybe make this a poll?
Oh, great. Just did. I was looking at the results.
If this was, starting tomorrow, Szymanski would be a lock in the lineup at least, because they just don't have another fourth-line center. Like, who is it currently?
I mean, the other day, Quinn Hudson's not a center. We established that the other day. We talked about it for a bit, but no, he's going to be a winger at the NHL level. It's like, I don't know. I honestly do not know.
So that's kind of my point is he's good to go. I think the Oilers are actively looking for a top 6 winger, which would indicate to me that it's not that they don't believe in Ike Howard. It's like they need to not force him into a role that he's not capable of succeeding at yet.
Yeah.
Which I think is fine. Like, it's important that these guys come into the NHL and play at the level they're capable of. And I think it's a lot harder for Ike Howard to do that because he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing in the sport to do.
Then Szymanski to come up and be like, hey, man, we need you to play 10 minutes.
And kill 90 seconds of penalties again.
You're going to take some face-offs for us. And I think they're both important in their own rights. But I think having Howard go down, play 20, 25 games, whatever you want to do with the Bakersfield Condors, and if you make him almost prove it a little bit more, and I think he did a great job last season. I do think his season in Bakersfield is quite undervalued. I mean, I think he scored around 25 goals, 26, something like that, in however many games he did over the past, I did the thing, didn't I? Since COVID, he has the third most goals by a rookie. The one above him is Quinn Hudson, and the other one was that Ethan Frank guy. Mm-hmm. Where I think when you look at Frank and you look at Hudson, they can almost play bottom six roles. I don't know if Ike Howard is capable of that necessarily. So I think having him start in the American League isn't disrespectful to him.
No.
And here's the thing I wanted to ask you about, because I was very curious.
Poll results, by the way, 47% are saying Szymanski starts alone. 35% are saying both start. 9% say just Howard. 11% say neither.
On ice save percentage of 5-on-5.
Yep.
If the number, what do you think it means? How much do you put that on the player? Do you think it's more of when you look at a team, I guess, and you see, for example, I'll read out the example. Kasperi Kapanen played 40, whatever games it was last season, 41.
Yep.
When he was on the ice, goaltending at 5-on-5 had a 9-10 save percentage. Okay? I think that's a large sample size. Mm-hmm. The pros hey, this guy's pretty
9-10?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. On the Oilers?
On the Edmonton Oilers.
That's rare. That's really rare.
There was only two forwards who had better than a 9-10. Who were around a 9-10. Him and Lazar.
So I'll say this. Oilers last year at 5-on-5 had a team save percentage of .889.
Wow.
So I'm not sitting here. To me, that's more a measure of luck. Over a large sample size, your save percentage should be pretty close to the team average, right?
So what was it? Sorry, 889?
Yeah.
889.
At 5-on-5.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, there's only 10 players who were above 900 when they were on the ice. And three of them were Clattenburg, Stillman, and Hudson. So my point was, with the on-ice stuff, Szymanski, where did he go? Was an 870, and Howard was an 870 as well. So I was just curious, does that show that their defensive side of the game in comparison to the true NHL players, which it should be, it should probably be a little bit worse. Are they going to go ahead and just force that? I don't know.
Someone said Colton Dach can play center. He's listed as a center on the Oilers website.
Don't do it.
He is not a center, and last year he took 71 faceoffs in 61 games, which basically works out to taking faceoffs when someone gets kicked out of the circle.
Yeah.
So he's not a centerman, guys.
He's not don't force it.
Yeah.
Someone said
Janmark, don't say shit like that.
The Yeti Machete said Frederick is a more proven center in comparison to Doc. And 100%.
Sure. I can get behind that more than I can get behind anyone else.
And I mean, it might be listed as Doc as a center,
but he's not.
But you all know he's not.
Yeah.
You see that and you're like, oh, that's just whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just put into NHL Central Registry as a center because he played a few games there. But he's a left winger. Yes. And we all know it. And that's fine.
All right, before we get to Tommy Gazzola, I wanted to play... No, he's not here yet. He'll be here soon, though. He's going to stop by, but first I wanted to play on Wednesday a little Is It Cake? It's brought to you by our friends at River Cree Resort and Casino, your home for great performance. Rock legend David Lee Roth hits the River Cree Resort and Casino Friday, July 10th. Get ready for a high-energy night starting at just $74.99. That is tremendous value. Don't miss it. Tickets on sale now, rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it. Here's your Is It Cake. You ready? The Oilers will add, I wrote about this yesterday. You can read the article, Oilersnation.com. I'll even throw a link in the chat for you to make it nice and easy. Will the Oilers add a top six winger by the start of next season?
I'll say it's cake.
It's cake? You think there's someone coming through the door?
I think they clearly want that to happen, so I'll lean to the side of yes, it will.
a lot of people connecting the dots of if Philly gets Leo Carlsson, are they more likely to move on from a forward? First off, if they get Leo Carlsson, they still have $11 million in cap space and pretty much they got to sign Draisaitl and Zegras. So maybe there is a chance that a forward would have to shake loose. In fact, if they can't get away from like Ristolainen, it probably is a forward. They would have, if Carlsson signs in Philly, Carlsson, Zegras, and then I'm just counting guys who are top 9, so I won't count Couturier.
Just guys.
Konechny, Tippett, Dvorak, Cates, Forrester, Martone, Michkov. That's 9 guys right there. Doesn't include a Barkey, a Luchenko, or an Alex Bump. They would have a lot of mouths to feed, and they would presumably be open to freeing up a little bit of cap space. There are people who are wondering if the Flyers getting Leo Carlsson, would that make Owen Tippett more available? And would it potentially even change the cost because teams will look and be like, ooh, you actually kind of need to move him.
I wonder if they would make him less available.
Why?
If I got a great player like Leo Carlsson and already had a good player like Owen Tippett, I'd be like, what could they do together?
I get where you're coming from with that, but they would have $11 million to sign Drysdale and Zegras, so like someone has to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of my best winger though to move money. You know,
is he their best winger?
I would think him and Konechny are 1 and 2.
Is he going to be their best winger 2 years from now if Michkov and Martone both develop the way they're going? And if they develop the way they're going, does he get less top line time, less power play time? Like, is there something to be said? You've just lost 4 first-round picks in this Leo Carlsson deal with the hypothetical we're walking through that they do get the player. Are you not tempted to maybe bring back some future pieces? If you got to remember where they're at in their cycle too. They're early on in their contender. They're hoping to be in the early stages of contending.
Well, the good news on Martone is you have 2 years still. I don't know. No, I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't move Owen Tippett.
So then, who do you move to make the money work if you get Carlsson?
Nola Chari be a guy I'd be willing to move off.
Jamie,
that's $2.8 million.
This Jamie Drysdale contract is going to be really interesting because what did he get for points last year? Like,
I'm not sure.
He's 24 years old. He had 32 points last year. He's probably a $6 million defenseman, right?
Yep. Yeah, I would think so.
Especially the way the market's going. And then what's Trevor Zegras? Trevor Zegras is coming off a 67-point season. He's probably an $8 million player.
So how much do they have, sorry?
$11 million. Zegras might be a $9 million player. They probably need to free up about $4 million in cap space if they get Leo Carlsson. So I don't think Achari's enough. And also, didn't they just sign him? They just signed him.
Oh, they did. Maybe Noah Katson, Cates, whatever.
Yeah, maybe $4 million.
I wouldn't. No, I think that Philly is clearly making a push to compete in the Metro, and I wouldn't be moving off Owen Tippett.
Sure. Next is it cake I have for you. Out of all the goalies the Oilers have, Freddie Anderson will play the most games next year. Is it cake? Slice it open.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think he is going to be down as a real star. So yeah, sure, it's cake. And by most games, it could be 34.
Yeah, it could be 40 games. Could be the most games because then 20 will go to or 25 will go to Levi and 15 will go to Jari. No, sorry, 27 and 16 or whatever the hell the math is. But yeah, I think it's cake too. Knockout Panda says not cake. If you don't think it's cake, I wanted this to be a bigger debate maybe than it will be. But do you think Tristan Jari is playing north of 35 games next year? I have a hard time believing that. Do you think Devin Levi is playing north of 35 games next year?
I think if one goalie is to get hot, it would be him.
Levi or Jari?
Levi.
Yeah.
So I think if... I honestly don't know how this is going to go. This is truly the first time from Game 81 that we've seen a 3-headed tandem.
So someone said
monster, but I think it's more of a teddy bear than anything.
Someone said it's not cake. 35. He'll only play 35 games.
That might be the most.
I know. So if he plays 35, then that means there are another 59 games to sort out. There might be one guy. I guess someone could be tied to them at 35.
Sure,
but 35 might win this thing.
But that's probably why it's so divided.
35 means there are. 35 games would mean that there are, 49 games left to be split up. Sure. And in that case, there could be 27-27 split between the other two. 35 could very easily win this job. Jari plays 30 plus if he doesn't poop the bed. Big if, Dr. Scruffy. That is
Yeah.
a very, 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 very big if.
I hope he does play 30 plus because that would probably mean he did well.
Yep. Good problem to have. If Tristan Jarry ends up... Oh, I was about to say if Tristan Jarry ends up playing the most, then the Oilers probably got a great season out of him. But he also had the best save percentage out of the three.
But, yeah, I guess. He would have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron will... Are you going to go down and get him? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. There was a Elliot Friedman line the other day that he said Edward Tralmax, the
Who is that?
free agent the Oilers signed.
Oh, the Latvian
The
fella.
Latvian. He said he is a guy that he could see Mike Babcock really liking. A 6'3" winger, 221 pounds, 29 years
all
old,
about him.
is coming off a season with the Grand Rapids Griffins where he scored 26 goals in 64 games. That is not fluky production. Like
26?
Yeah.
How old is he?
29. Has never played a game in the NHL. Edwards Tralmex will play over 20 games for the Oilers next season. Is it cake?
God, I just learned who this guy was. How many did Tomasek play? I think he might have pushed 20.
When I was going through old clips of the ace race, before one of my close calls, Bag Milk's on the mic being like, do I think Tomasek can score 20 goals next year? Yeah. And I was like, that's where we were at, hey? That's where we were at. Tomasek played 22. Edwards, is it cake, Liam?
God. I'll be optimistic. Fuck. No,
Not cake.
not cake.
Not cake. I'm
Who
going to
is
say not
this
cake.
guy? And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but it's like 20 games is a good amount of games for a guy who's
Quarter
never
of the
played
season.
them.
Yeah.
What do you think? I don't know.
It's
I
not cake.
hate to be pessimist about this. I hope he does well, obviously, but like, we'll see. It's going to be very important because I think there's always two sides of European players, and I know he's not coming over from Europe, but I'm going to kind of put him in that category. It's like, are you David Tomasek, where like all you can do is score goals, but you actually can't?
Yeah.
Or are you Gaetan Haas, where like I can put you on my fourth line every night, and I know you'll be fine?
And he fucked.
Yeah, cake.
Yeah.
So
Gaetan Haas was totally cake.
where are you?
Yeah, who are you? What are you going to be? Because you're right. Tomasek couldn't play in the bottom six.
Yeah, and who is
came-
the other? Nygaard, Joachim Nygaard.
He was fast.
He was quick,
He was
quickest guy.
fast.
91 speed.
Sergeant Battle said, Jari will be first on waivers if we put a goalie down. Why are we putting them down? Just because they're bad does not mean we have to kill them. I would like to be on record. I want no goalies dying next year, and I think that is an unnecessary thing to do.
Yeah, agreed.
He's an Olympian. Don't disrespect an Olympian. Wasn't David Tomasek also an Olympian?
This guy played for the Olympics? How'd he do?
For 3 goals in 4 games.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Maybe he will play 20 games. Sure, I'll say yes. Why not?
Now you're a cake on him?
Is he a center?
No.
Are we sure?
Yes. They don't even list him as one.
He's just F.
I think he's a right wing or
that's what
whatever.
he
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, good to have. How tall was he again, sorry? 6'3"? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 6'3", 220 pounds. Whew, he thick.
You can play a heavy game. Why not? Like that could be it could be an entertaining piece, a bit of a wild card.
Yep.
I will not go on record saying he'll score 20 goals.
No.
I'll go on record and say he might get 5 if he plays more than 20 games. Which I
Put
guess
us on
I
the
don't
wide
think I
shot
will.
for a second, Aaron.
Edward Taurus.
Edwards Trollmax.
Damn.
Figure it out.
Could be good.
All right. There you go. That was our Is It Cake segment, brought to you by our friends at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Our guest line, as always, is brought to you by your Prairie Toyota dealers. Looking to dominate off the ice as much as your team does on it? Check out the Toyota Tacoma. Its standard I-Force engine boasts an impressive towing capacity of up to 6,400 pounds. You know what that makes it, Liam?
Big.
The most powerful Tacoma ever. So whether you're hauling gear to the rink or heading to an away game, you can tackle it with ease, whether you're in the Rockies or on the prairies. Look at that. The Tacoma is the truck for you. When it's time to load up, the available power liftgate makes loading your gear in and out a cinch. Experience power, capability, and convenience with the Toyota Tacoma. And now you can lease a 2026 Tacoma from $110 weekly at 5.69% APR for 60 months with just how much down?
$7,099.
Bingo. Boom. Visit shoptoyota.ca, your local Prairie Toyota dealer. It's time to Toyota. Our next guest making his show debut from the Tom Gazzola Show on Sports
true.
1440. It's not true?
You've been on once before?
I think I have.
Yeah.
When?
Way back.
Way
time
back.
ago.
Really?
Yeah, when
Thank you,
1260
Liam.
was still around.
Oh.
Definitely.
So
There was some cross-mogination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the news dropped that you were joining Sports 1440, my friend Liam here got very, very excited. 'Cause he goes, oh my God, we can have Sean Bell back on our show.
Oh, okay. I get it.
That's
Now
the-
I understand.
That's the worst thing you ever did in Liam's eyes, was take Sean Bell away from
I'm
us.
so sorry, Liam.
It just
Well,
made
you
us
can
so
have-
credible.
He's mine. He's mine. I paid everybody out there to clap when you said my name, by the way.
Good.
So
Thank you.
I hope you guys like $5 bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, Belsey's awesome, and
Yeah.
he's become a way better broadcaster in the last couple of years. Like,
Nice.
I mean, he was great. He's articulate, knows what he's talking about, and always has. But you know how it is when you guys were starting out. When I started out, there's a lot going on, and you're trying to figure out who to listen to in your ear if you have an earpiece in, and where do I put my hands and where do I put my eyes? Like, who do I look at? And Belsey's he's a pro now. So okay, I took him away for a bit.
Can I have him back, though?
You can have him back,
Thank you.
and he's in better shape than when I got him.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I feel like everything you just said, though, about like the professionalism, I've honestly just had to wipe away from myself.
Oh, yeah, we're terrible
Like,
at it.
I can barely get my earpieces in most shows. Cameras, I feel very awkward just staring at them, so I just look at the TV the whole show. It's
Just look at yourself.
Oh, that's fine.
yeah.
People are always like, you guys look so disinterested when you have a guest on because we're just like staring blindly at the monitor. Anyways, Tom, the Tom Gazzola Show started on Monday.
Yep.
So first couple of mornings under your belt, how are they?
Fun, like Ty, you know how it is at a station and the craziness that comes with it, and when we were at 1260 together, like it's a team much like you guys have here, and we had a great team at EST as well, and I love those guys very, very much, and I'll till the cows come home talk about how amazing they are and the work they've done.
I mean, I wouldn't be where I am without those guys. So yeah, I have
Yeah,
no problem. Like,
you
giving
know
them their credit.
firsthand. But like the work-life balance thing is great now, and a more of a set schedule, and the crew at 1440 and Stingray is awesome, super welcoming, great people, and everybody's kind of pulling in the same direction. Which I mean, I've been there for like a week, so but I just get a good vibe, and to reconnect with like Low Tide, and Gregor and I have stayed in contact, obviously seeing each other at the rink and football stadium and stuff like that. Carius I love, and big shoes to fill and all that, but it's good. The Brandon Douglas, I know he was called the Duke. The Duke. I didn't know he was the Duke until
Duke
KK was called.
Adelbon.
Yeah, and he's like, you don't have to call me that. I'm like, I'll call you what you want to be called. Like, I've dropped a couple Brandos, and like, are we calling? The texters will be like, are we calling him Brando now? I'm like, I don't know. Do you want me
What
to?
do you want me to do? Yeah.
Yeah, you tell me. Like, we're figuring this out together. But honestly, it's been good. And the 7 a.m. start, I stand by it. It's been clutch. It's a game changer. It's not as early as the 6 a.m.s that we were used to at previous stations, and I'm excited. It's been awesome, and it opens up the door to different opportunities and things, and to reconnect with a bunch of people that I really like and like to chat about sports teams with.
I took the guy who commented 30 times in the last minute about Tristan Dry. I put him in a timeout, so you don't have to do it. Anyways, irrelevant to what we were talking about.
I know that pain, though.
Hilarious comment, though.
There was another thing that Liam was very concerned about when he found out you were taking over the morning show.
Oh, yeah. Will it be called the big program, or did that retire?
Because that
with
is our
Kev?
that was our favorite thing about going on with Kevin. Is that
Hey,
it's
welcome to the big program.
Welcome to the big program. You gotta keep calling it the big program.
Okay, all I got of respect to Kevin, maybe I'll drop it in there. I didn't know that was a thing either. I'm learning like the inside jokes and all the stuff. Like, I'm getting to know Josh Fenwick, who handles the digital side and the social media stuff, and I can only see Josh. He's the only guy I can see face-wise, because like Brandon's like stuck behind 3 monitors that are connected with the controls in front of him, and then I can see Josh, and he'll start like giggling at stuff, And even today, late in the show, I caught myself. I'm like, "What are you giggling at? Like, what did I say something? Do I have something like hanging from my nose? Is there a booger there?" And he's like, "No. Something was texted in, and it goes back to this and that." So I'm learning like all the inside jokes and stuff like that. So the big program, let me add it to the list, and I will understand that it's like in spite or in reference to something KK would drop. But I mean, Kevin did TV for 30-something years, and he slides over to radio, and there's an adjustment there, and we have our crutches, and I have mine as well. I think I've said groove, rhythm, and all of that like a million times in the last 3 days, so I apologize. We'll open up the vernacular and broaden it in the next couple of weeks for sure.
Not to like get too like media nerdy whatever with this conversation, but I also think like what's happening at 1440 and the evolution sort of that Gregor's taken it in, we're like, you guys are on YouTube, so like that's another reason like I wanted to have you on, because there's a lot of people who tune into our show every day on YouTube who aren't from Edmonton. They might not know what Sports 1440 is. They might just hear radio station and be like, okay, like that's irrelevant to me because I live, California Oilers fans commenting every day. But you're live on YouTube every day as well. So like Gregor's taking that up another level, and especially when you look at like the shitty news that happened in Calgary yesterday and Vancouver's gone, and the way that like some of those bigger companies and the way Sportsnet's basically now eliminated its radio department. It's cool that like Gregor's able to find a way to make this work in Edmonton, and it shows that like there is a future in sports broadcasting, even if it's not traditional, but it can still like the marriage between the two, I guess, is what I find cool about what Gregor's doing.
Well, it's like an evolution. It's changing. I mean, we see it faster down in the U.S. We're always a little bit behind in Canada to catch up. But, I mean, you guys are kind of on the leading edge of that and have been. Ty, you left 1260 right before, crap went sideways and we got shut down. And listen, the stuff yesterday, like my brother worked at City News in Calgary. He's texting me, asking me, what do I do? I'm like, oh, my God, I went through this 3 years ago. So I'm putting him in touch with people. And it sucks. And you're right. The big companies that make a lot of money, and maybe it's in other ventures, not in their independent or their stations, like as little silos. And maybe to some accountant in Toronto or wherever they're based is looking at a small station in Calgary or Vancouver and saying, well, they're not, making enough money, not in the black enough to make it enticing to keep doing it. And the crappy thing is, they shut down those stations and people lose jobs. However, on the bright side and the positive thing is sports fans are still there. Like as crazy as Vancouver fans are with whatever team they cheer for at the moment, because they can be in and out depending on how good those specific teams are. There's sports fans there that want to take in and talk about and know what's going on with their favorite teams. Same in Calgary. Like these are big markets with millions of people living in them. Southern Alberta, I know Calgary's like us, like 1.5, 1.6 million people, but Southern Alberta has got to be a couple million people there. I think there's a lot of sports fans down there that probably went to 960 and listened every day. Yeah. Maybe they hated the morning show, but like the afternoon show, whatever. They had something to kind of give them an escape. And now those two markets are going to go through what we did here in Edmonton a couple of years ago, and maybe it creates competition in different outlets. That's good. Competition's good. Variety's good. Options, if you're somebody that takes in media and sports talk, is nice to have. Vancouver kind of went through it. Remember when TSN went down a couple years prior? I think you're still with TSN at the time. That sucked. Winnipeg, Hamilton, all that.
Because 1260 was like one of the last TSN radio stations, right?
Yeah.
Like everything kind of went down the year before, and then 1260 was the last one, though.
Yeah. It is like, and again, there's still going to be a demand for it. Edmonton too, I think, and being in the space we're in, like super unique, because Edmonton, like 1440, us, EST, Got Your Back, Cult of Hockey, like there's so many, and whenever people like throw the word competition around, I always laugh. I'm like, there like almost isn't, because there's everyone eats. Like there are so many diehard hockey fans in this market, and everyone kind of just like has a unique lane of like the style they give you, and everyone thrives. And it's interesting that when 1260 went away, it opened the door of like, it was just 1260, and to be like blunt, it's split off into like a 1440 EST. We were always kind of in our own ecosystem, but like it's split off into two companies that both thrive on their own, which is very, very unique.
Yeah, and this market super unique. The thirst is unquenchable.
Oh yeah,
as we like to say.
We spent 10 minutes on Edwards Tromax.
awesome, another Latvian. Like, how is he going to factor into the bottom six? I'm sure that came up, and what's his potential? But that's the beauty of oil country and what we have here. And you're right. Somebody that hates my guts might love you and needs to hear from you and wants to tell you how shitty I am.
And the people who do the 500 comment Reddit threads on how much they hate us, they love you guys.
I'd
So,
say
like,
great.
it goes both ways.
It's a compliment.
Yeah.
If someone's going out of their way to make a Reddit thread about you, I think you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, you're doing
for
something
yourself.
right. I think. Yeah.
They're paying attention.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So let's get into some of the Oilers talk here then. The one I wrote about it yesterday at Oilersnation.com, and it really has people divided. Like, even our YouTube chat right now is buzzing around to like, keep the money, spend the money. You got to trade a guy like Matt Savoy if you can get a top six player. No, don't do that. Important for the future. Do you want to see Bowman take another big swing on the trade market here? Like,
No.
I personally hate, you're a no.
I'm just instinctually saying, don't let him touch anything else.
That is fair, because when we did our
He's
free
done so well
agency
so
show,
far.
once they traded Darnell Nurse, I was like, they got out of the money. Let's go. Then I was like, holy shit, what's Stan going to do with it?
Yeah.
That's a legit fear.
It is, and there's a rap sheet there, and when an Oiler fan says I'm worried about what they might do, that's totally understandable, and I have time for that conversation. This is a unique situation. Like, how many times, guys, have we talked about them going into a season in recent years where it's like they have no money? They might have to have 22 guys on the roster.
Money in, money out.
Money in, money out at the deadline. Like, they were. They had their hands tied behind their own back, and they did it to themselves with crappy contracts, poor decisions, that type of thing. I look at it like this, and this is just me. You have the $6 million right now. I think it's safe to let the dust settle. The team, in my opinion, is going to be better no matter what. Just with the extra time off, mental break, if you will, like. You had all that time to recuperate physically and mentally, and I think that's something that killed them last year, in my opinion. Like, if you can't put together a 3-game winning streak, they did it twice, and I know one of them was a 5-gamer, and they came so late in the season. And there's some people that are like, well, if you win 2 of 3, you don't need a 3-game winning streak. I understand that mathematically, all that. Yep, I get it. That's sound.
But there's something to be said about consistency.
Yeah.
Where, like, if you are consistently giving an effort and playing in a correct structure and all that, you are going to win 4 or 5 in a row multiple times if you were consistent. And they never were.
And the good teams that end up being winners at the end of the day, or contenders, generally put together winning streaks throughout a season. And that was, to me, an indicator that this team wasn't where it was supposed to be at to be in contention, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So step back season, whatever you want to call it. I think out of the gate next year, like, we can get into Babcock. I don't think they needed him. Is it going to work? Maybe, probably. But I think they're going to be a better team. And then we'll see how these new guys, make them, like, find their groove, if you will, for lack of a better term, with the team. I like Matt Savoy. I think you keep him. And I know and it's not just Oilers fans that are like this, fans of any team in any sport, when you got, like, money to play with, and you know that there's some new toys available at the right price. You want it now, like, give it to me right now. And there's probably a little bit of that, but I also am of the mind that a team can evolve throughout a season. Like, we were talking about David Tomaszek last year, guys. Remember
we just
David
talked about him
Tomaszek?
5 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
We're talking about it. There you go. And
Think he can score 20 next year?
yeah, is he back at the Sweden? So, I mean, can he keep up in the NHL? I think the answer is probably not. No. A team can improve with the right moves if you have a smart front office.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case with this team. I do think they're going to be a good team, better team regardless. And the team we witness on day one of the season to the one that finishes whatever day that is in maybe June is going to be a lot different.
That's why I love lineup talk right now, because I'm like, what do you like, line combos? We're gonna pull up daily face-off and do line combos today.
Tell me
everybody?
Josh Szymanski's war right now. I'm so curious.
Would you take a shot at any of these free agents that are still out there? Like, I'm very curious on Mantha.
Yeah.
If he's like Roslovic, where he just like gets to a certain point where he's like, I just need to play.
Yeah.
Like, probably worth it if it gets really late.
Like, I have no problem, again, me personally, like, circling around and checking in, finding out what the price point might be, get a feel for the player and the person, if he would be a good fit with your group.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt to do your due diligence. How many times do we hear, oh, Kenny Holland called about this guy, and it's like, why the hell would they be talking to Justin Danforth? And I know Bob would bring his name up. I like to use the Justin Danforth reference, but it doesn't hurt. The more information you have, I think knowledge is power. So you're in a better spot. Why not find out about him, talk to him, see what his camp is looking for? But I don't think you need, or is a pressing need, to jump in and give him money right away. So.
It's even like what you were saying, knowledge is power. Like the Maple Leafs interview like 50 plus people for their head coaching vacancy. Yeah. And like they were mocked for that. And it's just like, but like they also spoke to 50 new guys and got a ton of information. Like, what if who'd they get? Jim Hiller?
Yep.
Likely won't work out. We know who Jim Hiller is. And they're like, hey, well, we really like this guy from the interview process, and now he's available mid-season. It's like, at least you have the information on it. And like the Oilers did that with Rozovic last season. It's like, we spoke to him, we just didn't want to pay him $4 million. And they got to a point where it was like, hey, our conversations are good. Can I come to Edmonton?
Yep.
And he came here and scored, 20 goals? Whatever it was. Like,
the price point was...
I was pissing out of Yaremchuk on opening day when they signed him, right? Like, it doesn't have to happen on July 9th.
The Oilers lost.
That's true.
They were winning. Then Rozovic signed, and they lost.
Windhorse.
Not
what does
a
that
coincidence.
Mean? It might not be. But yeah, again, keep tabs on a Mantha. Like, I don't want Anthony Mantha on a multi-year deal because I think his 33-goal season was a scam.
But if in the middle of August, it's like Mantha's going to sign for $3 million.
Yeah, 1 year, $3 million.
Like, great. Sounds good.
Sounds good, dog. Mm-hmm. Sign up.
What do you make of the 3-goalie? I almost called it a monster before.
It is.
You think
Love that term.
Monster?
3-goalie monster?
Yeah.
Remember the monster?
I do. He was a very nice man.
Was he?
Yeah.
I have a follow-up along those lines in a little bit. But
how do you think that's going to go?
It's not ideal right out of the gate. And with Stan, basically, I think he was on Reed's show the other day, declaring that they're going to ride with these three. Man, I heard the comment that we're going to see it more in the NHL. Like Buffalo kind of did it, and Carolina
did it.
But those are really weird circumstances. Like Buffalo, before they made the move to get rid of Kevin Adams and to put Yaremchuk in place. Like that place, we were joking about how it was going to be a 15 straight season where they're going to be out of the playoffs with a team that was really talented, and like Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen was looking like a good goalie. Oh, by the way, they've got Devin Levi, and then was it Lyon that was there for a while?
Yeah.
No, and then
Alex
who else
Lyon.
was
Colton
there?
Ellis was the third.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he come in here and beat Edmonton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
we were
that's
just
right.
like, hey,
Nice.
tell us more about Colton Ellis and what he's going to do. Oilers should win that game. Nope, they didn't. That's a unique circumstance. And then Carolina, like, who knew who Brandon Bussey was before last year?
Claimed him on waivers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
27-year-old journeyman.
How many times did we see Kochetkov go up and down between the farm and the big club? And then Freddie Anderson like needed a break during the playoffs and took a game off. And so we're talking about an Oilers team that has Tristan Jarry that needs to find his game again and his confidence. They bring in Devin Levi, who needs to become a consistent NHL netminder. Hasn't done that, obviously. Gets called up by his AHL coach last season. We need him to make a save, was the quote. That's kind of like, oh, boy. But at the time, the Buffalo organization was a mess. And then you bring in Freddie Anderson on a pretty friendly deal. But we're talking about him like starting 30 games, you guys, and then hoping he's a mercenary in the playoffs. They've created a weird three-headed goalie monster. I remember I was working for the Score way back in the day, and Dwayne Rollison, JDD, and Devin Dubnyk were the three-headed goalie monster. And my assignment from the Score was to talk to Dwayne Rollison about having three goalies. He was pissed. He pulled me aside in the old locker room, and he's like, I heard we're talking about the three goalies. I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, let's come over here so the other guys don't hear. And I was like, okay. And then he just teed off on it.
Oh, no.
And like we hear other teams try the three-headed goalie thing, and you hear the frustration from guys. They don't really hide it. Yes, in Buffalo and Carolina, kind of unique.
My counterpoint to that, though, is I think there's frustration when teams are like being coy about it and sneaky. Like Doobie loved it in Minnesota because it was very, and maybe you asked the other two guys there, it was Backstrom and a young Darcy Kemper.
Alex Stalock, perhaps?
No, I think it was a young Darcy Kemper.
Okay.
Didn't they have Josh Harding? Remember? He had
Maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did.
Yeah.
But like Doobie loved it because he was like, I knew I was the guy and I knew I was going to play 64 games. And the other two took the practice time away from me and I didn't have to do all that. So the path to it working for the Oilers
That
is...
sounds like Doobie, by the way.
Yeah. The path to it working for the Oilers is everybody knows their role, where if Levi knows, like, you are not playing... This is a growth year for you. And if you do well in it, there's a path to you being the number one guy here 12 months from now, right? Like if you do well and you earn some more starts and you're a good soldier, like you have a long-term future in Edmonton. And for Freddie, it's like, yeah, some days you might be in the press box. You might be in the press box for a week. You might not be practicing a lot, but like we're doing it in the name of come playoff time, you're going to have a chance to win a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
And for Jari, it's you make $5.3 million, so do as you're told.
I think he's the one who should be frustrated.
I mean, if you don't like it, go home. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in the league, right?
Yeah, but he's got to be the only one out of the three that's like, oh, I'd hate this.
okay,
But like,
would
it's
you
his
like to
fault
ride
they
the
have-
bus in
But
Bakersfield?
that's what I mean. Like, it's his fault they have to do it. But like, Anderson and Levi probably both came in here and were like, "Hey, you're gonna be part of a three-headed thing." And like, great, sounds good. Like Jari's like, "What do you mean?" You know what I mean? But it's his
That's
own
fair.
fault. You know?
It could also change too. I mean,
Yeah.
it also creates a situation, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it a bunch. Like the 8 defensemen that they have, do they need to make a trade? Do they
9,
need to-
count Josh Brown, please.
Who's throwing that out
Bob.
there? Gee,
really?
like holy,
Why?
enough, Bob. Like he knows better, and Bob knows what he's doing. He's stirring the pot, and he's probably bored, twiddling his thumbs, waiting for the season to start.
Yeah.
But for crying out loud, no to Josh Brown.
I threw you off, but yeah,
Thank-
the 18
no,
man
you,
thing.
thank you, because I heard people talk about Josh Brown. He's going to be a sneaky contender for a spot. Shut up. No, he won't.
It was hard to play against an Erie back in the day, or when
Hard to-
McDavid was an Erie,
hard
or
to
whatever
play.
the fuck
Hard
they
to
did.
play with, I think, is what the quote
Well, that
was.
I'm just going to nod.
Yeah, good idea.
Anyway, but what I'm getting at is like all of a sudden you have to juggle your roster, and listen, injuries can occur. They sometimes do, more times than not. They do occur. It handicaps what you can do at forward as well. If you're going to carry 3 goalies and 7, maybe 8 defensemen, I don't know how you're going to hide
18
guys.
man's crazy.
It is insane, right? You're totally limited, and so maybe they do have to make a move. Like if you were to make a move on defense, I would try to offload Spencer Stasny.
Yeah.
You have a lot of left-handed defensemen. You got Muka Madulin who could play the right side as well. They've invested in Ty Emberson. They put in that time, patience, and effort. Is he splashy? No. Has he become a usable, functional defenseman? Yes. Is he better served as your 7? Yeah, absolutely. So
He
Kills
also
penalties.
makes he's the cheapest.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
the right shot. You know, like,
Yeah.
he's useful.
Little
you know?
physicality there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's created this weird situation, and listen, like maybe they find a way to offload Tristan Jari. I know there was some talk even late last season, maybe a team would take a flyer on him and the Oilers would get rid of him. But
I was talking about, like, even now that you have Levi and Anderson so cheap, what happens halfway through the year if you start calling around and you're like, hey, we're eating 50% of this? Because, like, again, you have 2 cheap guys. Like, your goaltending's not expensive. You should be willing to eat 50% of Jari if a team gets desperate.
And that can happen. That's the evolution of a team mid-season, right?
Yeah.
That could be
Good
an
point.
option that pops up. So teams and capologists that teams employ, I know it's been Bill Scott for forever here.
Is he still around?
Yeah, I saw him walking into the arena the other day, so I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he's still kicking around.
Because there was talk he was going to Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was interviewing for that job.
Yeah,
right.
and then Vancouver had talked to him as well, but I think Bill's still around. They have 1 million AGMs, obviously, which is a new thing in the NHL. But you can find solutions mid-season, and I think that's okay. And yeah, guys get frustrated and all that, but that's funny. I love the Doobie reference. I could totally see him just be like, I know I'm playing. I'm the guy.
Yeah,
These
I don't
other
need to
guys can
practice.
Yeah, that's Devin, and he's awesome. I always have time and love Devin Dubnik's demeanor on things.
People
Check out
keep,
Ask Doobie on the Oilers Nation YouTube.
Yeah, people keep asking us about jerseys.
Oh my
And
God,
obviously
they
Yeah,
you're
sure.
the jersey guy.
Andrew will not shut the
No.
hell up.
Yeah.
Is there a jersey update you can give
I
us?
have a little bit of info. I think you're gonna. I know.
Is the main color of the jersey black?
Yes. So I was told like there's a Flint Tropics motif to it.
Oh.
Now take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Like listen, like you see the City Connect jerseys. We're watching baseball. I know the NBA does a version of that. And now this hometown remix thing. There's more liberties and more creativity that can flow through it here. So they're trying something completely different. So when I was told this, the Flint Tropics motif, and I was like, you're joking with me right now. I'm like, no, we're trying to take inspiration from different places, a non-traditional Oilers jersey. And I was also told that this is going to be like the counter to the current alternate, right? Because it's more of it's got the vintage white, the Oilers in cursive, and there's some like little Easter eggs in there with like the oil drop in the S, which I was told was Harrison Cates' little add to it. So
real influence all over.
He's got his fingerprints all over this place.
He loves the team, and I know him. I've known him for a long time, and he cares passionately. He listens to the fans, and he's going to have more of an influence on the team, obviously.
I never knew about the oil drop in the S until right now.
You see it in the negative
That's
space?
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a good little thing,
Look,
right?
That's an oil drop.
Oh, cool.
But to
Yeah.
the third jersey, like black, and then people were saying that it would draw inspiration from the neon orange and blue jersey that they wore. Remember the all blue and then the neon orange with no white in it? That's not the case. When I brought that up, I was told more Flint Tropics, and I think you're going to see Oil Country somewhere on the crest. Yeah, in writing.
I don't mind them getting creative with things. Like if it's just one season, like,
these are like
whatever.
a 4-game-a-year jersey, so
it's
like
cool.
you can get weird with it.
It's the reverse retro, but new name, new style, and everybody in the league's getting their own. And some people will hate it, some people will love it. They're going to buy it. And you see all the Oilers alternate stuff everywhere, like the hats and everything.
Okay, we kept you for a very long time, but I got one more thing I wanted to ask you. You've obviously been around the team for a long time. You worked with the team for a while. You talked about Doobie's personality. You said Jonas Gustafsson. I want you to tell us the sneakiest fun Oiler that you got to cover. Who is a guy who had a great personality that the fans wouldn't think of as like, oh, he was probably awesome in the room, or like an awesome guy to just sit down and talk with?
Well, Pat Maroon is the obvious,
he's too obvious.
That's not sneaky at
You
all.
don't get him.
A guy that I enjoyed a lot, and I'm very happy to see him get a head coaching gig. I know it's in the AHL with, or no, he's an assistant now in Vegas. Is
Letestu?
Mark Letestu. Him and I would talk about video games all the time. Huge gamer, and I know
Doesn't
his kids
strike me as a gamer guy.
exactly. And I know his kids were smaller at the time, and things have changed. His responsibilities have grown. But him and I, we would talk about video games nonstop. Like, he would give a great interview and then be like, hey, did you try Battlefield World War I? Yeah, man, amazing. I get killed online as soon as I step out from behind a corner. Like, it was that. Like, I always enjoyed him there. Ben Scrivens, I enjoy Ben Scrivens. Yeah. Obviously, we see a lot of him around town. Who is a sneaky guy that I always love?
Any of the Euros?
Laddie Schmidt. Like, I want a guy that I want to bring up a guy that probably people wouldn't think too much of, but an interesting one was Johan Ovitu. He was like, yeah, you know what he was like? He was like the most interesting man in the world from the.
Didn't he just like show up to Devils camp with a backpack and was like, I've never watched the NHL, but I'm going to give this a go? Like,
he probably did.
Yeah,
like he spoke 6 or 7 different languages. I think his wife was Finnish, and he spoke Russian or something like that. Like, he was a guy that you could talk anything with at any point. This one's going to sting a little bit, but a guy that I was really looking forward to and hoping would be an Oiler was Sam O'Reilly. Oh. Just the vibe he gave off. I'm like, this kid's a player. Like, he just gets it. He's a hockey player. He understands the game. He understands where he sits. Like, just a good dude. And I was like, they got a good guy. Yeah. And when they traded him for Ike Howard, I hope everything works out with Ike Howard and he becomes the NHL player Oilers fans want him to be. But I really got a kick out of talking to Ike Howard. I thought of my favorite guys.
Okay.
Oscar Klefbom and Adam Larsson.
Duo.
And not together talking to them, but separate. Like, okay. I've never seen Oscar Klefbom in a bad mood. I heard when he would get grouchy, he was miserable to be around, especially when the shoulder stuff was getting bad. I think he knew that it was almost over for him and he was going to call it a career. But I always found him to be in the best mood, the funniest guy. You could joke around with him, didn't take anything too seriously. And then Adam Larsson, who always, I thought he was like the goth kid when he was at the draft in 2011. I'm like, what's this guy's deal? Usually Swedes are like really happy-go-lucky, and he's just miserable. Like, yeah, I'm really excited to go to the NHL. I think I could be a good defenseman. And him and I talked about that, and I got to know him, and he's a smart guy. He's funny. He's sharp. He gets it. He cares about you. Those two were fantastic to deal with, and I always enjoyed being around them.
The domino push of Klefbom not being an Oiler is like one of the more depressing ones to go down.
That's a layer that a lot of people don't discuss, is like Klefbom and Lawson both just left, and the Oilers' first pairing was just wiped out.
Yep.
And it was like,
100%.
go
And
on,
then
Tyson Barrie and Don on this.
Then you had to pay Darnell Nurse.
Yeah, and then they didn't get it back, obviously, until Bouchard and Ekholm. And how many years after was that?
Well,
tell Tom your Scriven story.
Oh yeah, the year they got swept by Colorado, and Zach Cassian in Game 4 scored a tying goal super late in the game to send it to overtime.
Yeah.
And Ben Scrivens was sitting in the seat behind me, so it was very funny because he scores and I turn around and like everyone's high five and I looked at Ben Scrivens and I was like, "Good trade." And Ben Scrivens was like, "Oh yeah, good trade."
He gets it. I was in Bakersfield. They sent me down to Bakersfield. He was down there. There was
the
an
outdoor game?
Yep.
Oh.
And we went up
rain.
to Stockton to watch a game. Yeah, that was insane. I got in
Crazy.
so much trouble from
Yeah.
the VP of marketing at
Oh,
the time.
really?
Because you wrote that it rained.
I put out a video. It started the second period. There's rain, and it caught like fire. And I was not supposed to get in trouble. Kevin Lowe said you're not in trouble. Bill Scott said you're not in trouble. And then we had this dumb VP of marketing that like just dumped all over me for 45 minutes in the office, and I'm like, what just happened?
Well, we famously have gotten along great with the Oilers
Yeah.
marketing department. So
Oh,
yes.
we're gonna take their side on this one, Tom.
I think that's one of the craziest hockey videos I've ever seen. Because Griffin Reinhardt got the overtime winner
did.
in the rain.
Yeah.
That's
Like a puddle.
insane.
It was crazy.
Oh, yeah, crazy.
And anyway, so that they got rid of that guy, rightly so, shortly after. And I really like the people in place now. I think they have very good people. I know, aside from what
They are
has
great.
happened.
I love Andrew
yeah.
Peard.
Peardo's a great guy. But I go into the locker room in Stockton like 2 minutes before the guys are on the ice. Jerry Fleming's like, "Hey, Tom, what's going on?" I'm like, "What's up, Jerry?" He's like, "Yeah, the boys are in the room. Some of them are on the ice. Go say hi." And I was like, "Okay." So I go in the room, and there's Scrivy in the middle of it with like all white pads, just putting on his chest protector. He's like, "Tom, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, Scrivy." He's like, "They sent you here." I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What happened to your sweet oil drop pads?" Which Gustafson also had. That's where he got the inspiration from, because I love goalie gear and jerseys, obviously. And he, in the middle of the room, he's putting on his gear, and he goes, "Tom, I'm trying to get traded." I don't know if you know this. And I was like, "Are you supposed to say that?" He's like, "They know. It's all good." And then obviously he got the win against Edmonton with Montreal after the trade for Cassian. It's stuff like that I really appreciate and like. And that game was crazy. And then one more, like Patty Maroon, like I saw him 2 summers ago. We were golfing together. He was down there for Tyler Johnson's wedding. I was helping out at a hockey school. We were at a barbecue, and he sits down. He's like, "Tommy, sit down. Let's catch up." And I'm like, "God, that's why you're the best."
Yeah.
And we just shot the shit for a good half hour together. And those are the guys I appreciate. Yeah.
We should probably wrap up right away.
Sure.
Quickly, for our friends at Bet365, the worst thing about hockey season is that at some point every year it ends. There's a lot of time between now and the first puck drop of next season, which can feel like an eternity for those of us used to nightly games. The good news is that Bet365 still has plenty of other games, just none that require you lacing up your skates. Bet365's casino. You can choose between hundreds of slots, live tables, your favorite games, or maybe your second favorite games. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. I'm going to go to your other area of expertise for a second. When was the last time the Edmonton Elks were 6.5-point favorites for a football game?
Jeez, probably like the 2019 season.
Like it legitimately might have been pre-COVID.
Yeah, or maybe the Mike Riley era, because they had some even so that would have been like 2017. Jason Moss coaching, Mike Riley at the helm, Darius Bowman as the deep threat. I think they got off to like a 5-0 start, then or 6-0. Then they dropped a bunch in a row. Then they went on a winning streak. It was just like a teeter-totter season. That might have been the last time odds were that much in their favor. They should win tomorrow. They need to bounce back. Yeah,
They should. Games in Edmonton?
it's here. I'm on the broadcast. I'm wearing my
TSN?
the vest that they gave me. I was going to go down to Commonwealth, but it's been busy in a good way.
You did What Chaos today with Pete and Deej.
Those guys are hilarious.
Oh my God.
I
Was
love
Sean
them.
in the corner the whole time too?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to talk to him, and then you would like pop up, and then like we would just start talking. And he went away. I was like, I feel bad for that guy.
They produced the single greatest clip our company made this year when
Oh,
they did
the
the
6-7
6-7 double murder. Oh, fuck it. You got to see it. Anyways, they're great. Elks in action tomorrow, 7 o'clock start, and you can see this guy on the broadcast.
Who
And
did
of course,
they play? Ottawa?
Ottawa's 0-4.
Yeah.
So BC was 0-3.
Yep,
decent
different.
counterpoint.
BC has the best player in the league. And
that guy. What's his name? Rourke?
Nathan Rourke. Yeah, he's a weapon, man. Canadian kid too, which is great. Nice. I love the league. I'm a dork for it. So hopefully you get a lot of people in the seats and there's no rain.
Tom Gazzola every morning on the Tom Gazzola Show, Sports 1440 YouTube. If you want to watch along, Radio Player Canada, all those other apps as well. So if you're looking to add a good Edmonton sports show, talks a lot of Oilers, talks a lot of CFL, talks everything though, right? You're talking. Yeah, it's a full sports show.
I love it.
Every morning on Sports 1440. Connor Bedard got shoulder surgery. I know people were talking about this in the YouTube. He's going to miss the first at least month of the season. That sucks.
When he's a Penguin.
I thought he's going to Sharks. Aren't the Sharks going to get everybody now, Liam?
Yeah, go get him. Well, they can't. They got Nurse's money.
They have $18 million committed to Nurse and Jacob Trouba. They can't afford him.
Sweet.
All right. This was great, Tom. We're going to definitely do this more. Thanks for popping on.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody in the YouTube chat, great stuff as always. We are 50-50 on if we do a show Friday because there might be a development in the ace race in terms of balls that I might need to tell people about.
Oh, I got plans.
I might do the show by myself on Friday then because you also have plans. I'm just going to go live myself.
Okay.
We can find a way to make
figure
this
it out.
work.
Pat Puff can do the show.
We always
so 50-50 on a show on Friday, everybody. But if not, we'll be back next week. We'll be back on Monday.
Oh, we're doing happy hour today as well.
What?
You want more Oilers? We're doing happy
3 o'clock today. Ace race, Monday, 6:30 tee off. Be there. Please. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. We'll see you later. Oil up.
Bye.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.